You won't believe the firestorm allegedly erupting behind the scenes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. If the whispers, flooding social media and tea-stained blogs hold even a shred of truth, then we may be looking at the messiest moment in franchise history. Word on the set is that Erica got into a blazing showdown with none other than Mendeecees Harris. And baby, it didn't stop at clapbacks according to multiple insiders. This face-off exploded into a full slap, caught on camera, leaving the entire set frozen like mannequins in a scandal museum. And guess who was right in the middle of it? Yandy Smith Harris, Mendeecees' wife, who, sources claim, immediately demanded Erica be axed from the season. Now, we're not saying this definitely happened, but let's just say too many insiders are humming the same messy melody. If even a portion of this slap-happy showdown makes it to air, fans won't be watching TV, they'll be watching history. So, what set it off? What made Erica snap? And how is Yandy holding it together? Let's dig in. It all reportedly started like your standard low-drama scene setup for the new LHHATL season. The cast gathered for what should have been a chill dinner shoot at a private midtown lounge. Candlelit tables, soft music, producers whispering into earpieces, the whole vibe screamed mellow. But behind the scenes, the tension was already simmering. The second Erica Mena showed up rocking a red silk jumpsuit and enough attitude to cut glass, things shifted. Crew members were already whispering that her energy was off. She was late, she was irritated, and from her very first look across that dinner table, the storm had already begun. Allegedly, Erica Mena kicked things off with a sarcastic jab about how some women just can't keep their men off social media and, let's be real, everyone at that table knew exactly who she was aiming at. Yandy, always poised, Yandy Smith Harris offered a tight smile before clapping back. Some of us don't need to track our men, we trust them. The temperature in the room dropped instantly. Laughter vanished. Eyes darted across the table. Men, sitting just 2 seats from Erica, stared down at his plate. Erica rolled her eyes and chuckled. Then mumbled something that landed like a dagger. Trust don't mean your man ain't still creeping. That's when Yandy looked up, slow, calm, but lethal. You got something to say, or just here to throw shade? The air thickened. The dinner scene turned war zone. Erica leaned in, voice low but slicing. If he's got nothing to hide, why's he diming women after midnight? Gasps. Even producers froze for a second, unsure if it was scripted drama or the real deal. Then Mendeecees looked her dead in the eye and snapped, "You're reaching. And you know it." That's when things truly unraveled. Erica pulled out her phone, waving it like a trophy. Am I? Because I got receipts. Silence, thick, unforgiving. She didn't even unlock the screen, but the mere mention of proof flipped the whole energy. Yandy, still composed, asked sharply, "What receipts?" Erica smirked, shrugged, and let the bomb drop. "If you really want to know, ask your man about those DMIs from February." If you really want the truth, Erica Mena allegedly said with a smirk, "Ask your man about those DMIs from February." That was the spark. Yandy Smith Harris' face shifted instantly from cool and composed to ice-cold fury. She turned to Mendeecees, voice tight. "Is there something you forgot to mention?" Caught off guard, Mendeecees Harris stammered, "I don't know what she's talking about. She's clearly making this up for attention." But Erica wasn't done, not even close. She leaned in again, her tone now mocking and razor-sharp. "So now I'm a liar. Cool. Just remember, Oi stayed quiet." That was the breaking point. Insiders say Mendeecees stood no yelling, no charging, pointed at Erica and calmly fired back. "Stop trying to destroy homes. You already torched your own." Another round of gasps. A producer whispered cut, but no one actually did. The cameras kept rolling. Erica stood up too, and the vibe turned electric. A table separated them, but emotionally, they were nose to nose. Her voice rose. "Don't you ever talk about my family? You don't get to judge me when you're out here acting single." Mendeecees reportedly shot back with something sarcastic, but no one heard the words because in the next second, it happened. Erica stormed around the table, crew scrambling to intercept and slap. An open palm cracked across Mendeecees' face. Someone in the room later said the sound hit like thunder. Stunned silence followed. Yandy jumped up, shouting, "Are you serious?" Hands shaking, voice breaking. Chaos erupted. Producers flooded in, security scrambled, and one cameraman even tripped. Mendeecees didn't react, he just stood there, shocked, hand to cheek, eyes locked on Erica, who growled. Don't act innocent, she knows what you've been doing behind closed doors. Her voice cracked, some say from rage, others swear they saw tears, but whatever it was, Mena was spiraling. Yandy Smith-Harris wasn't having it. She shoved past to producers trying to hold her back and got inches from Erica's face. Witnesses say her words were sharp, loud, and final. "You're done. You're not coming back after this." Erica let out a short, cold laugh. "You always think you run things," she snapped. "Guess what? This ain't your show." That line lit a fuse. Yandy was ready to explode, but before it got physical, a senior producer rushed in and separated them. Chaos followed. Cast members who weren't even on camera sprinted into the room. Some rushed to pull Yandy away. Others tried calming Erica down. Filming was shut down on the spot. The entire set went into lockdown. Security escorted Erica out while she screamed over her shoulder, "Protect your husband if you want, but don't protect his lies. The truth always comes out." And just like that, what was supposed to be a chill catch-up dinner turned into the most jaw-dropping moment Love and Hip Hop Atlanta may have ever filmed. Producers haven't confirmed a thing, but one anonymous crew member spilled to a gossip blog, "I've worked 10 seasons. Never seen anything like that." Now, with the footage reportedly under review by the network, rumors are flying. Will the slap air? Will Erica get axed from the season? And what's left of Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship after this public implosion? One thing's for sure, this season isn't serving drama. It's serving demolition. As Erica's voice echoed down the hallway, Mendeecees sat back down, stunned, silent, and visibly shaken. While Yandy Smith-Harris paced near the monitors, fuming and muttering under her breath. The entire vibe shifted from your usual scripted mess to something raw and painfully real. Crew members stood frozen around the edges, unsure what to do. Producers huddled off camera, whispering back and forth, debating whether to shut the whole shoot down. One assistant director was overheard saying, "This footage is gold, but it's also a legal nightmare." Meanwhile, Rashida finally walked in from filming her solo confessional next door. The sharp click of her heels cut through the tension. As she entered the room, one look at Yandy's face, and she instantly knew something had gone left. "What happened?" she asked, inching closer. Yandy turned to her, hands still trembling. "She hit him, Rashida." Erica slapped Mendeecees in front of everyone. Rashida's jaw dropped. "Wait, slapped? On camera?" Yandy nodded, voice low but biting. And then had the nerve to bring up D-Miz like, "She knows something I don't. Like she's got receipts." It was a damn setup. Across the room, Mendeecees Harris sat still, fingers tapping lightly on the table, eyes blank, processing. He hadn't said a word yet. Not until Rashida walked over and gently touched his shoulder. "You good?" she asked softly. He nodded, slow. "I didn't think she'd take it that far. She's spiraling." And before the cameras were even powered down, the leaks had already started. Texts, whispers, group chats, word of the slap was making its way off set and into the streets before production even had a chance to hit cut. Text messages flew. Cast group chats lit up. Insider blogs were eating. One anonymous crew member allegedly messaged a well-known blogger with just one explosive line. "You won't believe what just happened. Mena slapped Mendeecees." Chaos, straight up chaos. By the next morning, social media was in meltdown mode. Cryptic tweets started dropping like breadcrumbs. One fan page posted, "Something went down between Erica and Mendeecees." Another insider claimed, "It's bigger than y'all think. Yandy's heated." Within hours, #LHHATL was trending, and fans were in full detective mode. Begging for receipts, Yandy Smith-Harris, however, went radio silent. No photos, no stories. Just one chilling update on her close friend's IG. A black background with plain white text. The mask always slips eventually. That single post detonated the internet. Was she talking about Erica? About Mendeecees? About both? Erica, on the other hand, chose chaos. Later that day, she went live standing in her kitchen, messy bun, coffee in hand, and while she didn't name names, her message was crystal clear. People love to play innocent until the cameras are rolling. Then suddenly, they're the victim. But truth don't need no script. Thousands flooded the live in minutes. Comments spiraled. "Are you talking about Yandy? Did you really slap him? What receipts you got though?" Erica didn't answer directly, but she didn't have to. The vibe said it all. Behind the scenes, MTV and the production company were scrambling. Legal was officially involved. According to insiders, the execs were split. One wanted the footage buried, calling it a legal nightmare. The other, allegedly said, "This might break records." One executive reportedly pushed to cut the footage completely, calling it a lawsuit waiting to happen, but another they saw ratings gold, and argued the scene could air with strategic edits. Meanwhile, Yandy Smith-Harris was livid not just at Erica, not just over the alleged misbit at production itself. Sources close to Yandy said she felt played, betrayed. They knew something was brewing, and they let it explode. She allegedly told a castmate that same night, "They set me up for drama, and now they want to act brand new when it blew up in their faces." Mendeecees Harris stayed silent online, and that silence only made things messier. Fans started digging, unearthing old rumors, sketchy headlines, even ancient screenshots, some real, some clearly fake, but all feeding the frenzy. The tension finally peaked 3 days later at a mandatory mediation meeting. No cameras, no press, just legal, producers, and key cast. From the second Yandy and Erica entered the room, it was icy. Yandy, in a simple black blazer and shades, reportedly didn't even glance at her. When the mediator asked who wanted to start, Yandy didn't hesitate. "I don't care what needs to happen," she said, calm but cutting. "I'm not filming another second with her, not after what she did." Erica rolled her eyes, leaned back, and snapped, "You think you run this show? Girl, please. This ain't the Yandy network." Yandy didn't flinch. "It ain't, but I'm not sharing space with someone who puts hands on my husband. I don't play about mine." The mediator tried to cool it. Producers begged for compromise. Yandy wasn't budging. Yandy Smith-Harris was crystal clear. "It's her or me," she reportedly told producers. "If she stays, I walk. And I mean that." By the end of the tense mediation, no final decision had been made. Erica Mena left early, slamming the door behind her, according to sources. Yandy stayed back, meeting privately with an executive producer, while MTV didn't release any official statements. Rumors exploded that Erica might be suspended for at least 2 episodes while legal and production reviewed the footage. The internet divided. Some fans stood with Yandy, praising her for demanding accountability. Others rode for Erica, claiming she had the guts to expose something no one else would touch. And then there were those who didn't care about right or wrong, they just wanted the chaos. The footage. The slap. Back at the editing bay, producers were already preparing 2 versions of the episode, one with the altercation, one without. What aired would come down to legal. Meanwhile, cast reactions began trickling out. Rashida tweeted, "Man, I thought I'd seen everything." Jessica White dropped a black and white selfie with the caption, "Truth hits different when it's loud." Fans were obsessed, piecing together theories, decoding subtweets, connecting dots, real or imagined. Through it all, Yandy remained silent. No interviews, no lives, no posts. Until one fan commented on an old photo, "Stay strong, sis, we know you're dealing with snakes." To everyone's shock, Yandy replied with one word, "Watch." That single reply lit the internet on fire. Was it confirmation? A warning? A promise? No one knew. But one thing was certain, this wasn't over. Not even close. Behind closed doors, theories were flying, and nerves were cracking. Tensions at production meetings reached a boiling point as MTV's legal team reportedly split down the middle. Half argued the episode should be delayed for legal review. The other half claimed cutting the slap would only pour gasoline on an already lit fire. "People know too much already," one executive reportedly said. "We're not hiding a slap, we're deciding how to show it." That's when Yandy Smith-Harris allegedly fired off an email demanding full transparency. She wanted the raw footage unedited, unfiltered, and uncut. Meanwhile, Mendeecees Harris, who had been quiet this whole time, finally sat down with producers off camera. And according to leaks, what he said shifted the entire storyline. He admitted to interacting with someone in Erica Mena, Erica's niece, as originally claimed, but another woman loosely connected to her. He swore the messages weren't inappropriate. It was tied to an old business deal that never went anywhere. And he insisted nothing flirty or suggestive was ever said. "I'm not denying contact," he allegedly told producers. "But I am denying intent. If someone wants to twist it, they can make anything look guilty." When asked why he didn't say this on camera, he reportedly replied, "Because I wasn't giving Erica another second of camera time." That half admission set off alarm just for Yandy, who insiders say already suspected something, but for MTV. Now holding a PR grenade with no safe way to drop it. And just when they thought the storm had peaked, Another bomb dropped. A brand new unauthorized video, lick grainy, shaky, and damning. A shaky, grainy, clearly unauthorized video hit the internet, and it changed everything. Filmed from a different angle, likely on a crew member's phone. The clip wasn't perfect, but it caught the moment crystal clear. Mena, leaning in and delivering the slap. Followed by Yandy Smith-Harris screaming in total shock. Within minutes, the footage was reposted, screen recorded, slowed down, dissected. Blogs jumped on it fast. Exclusive. Leaked footage of Mena's slap. One headline screamed. Another dubbed it the most unhinged moment in love and hip-hop history. It racked up over 1 million views in just 12 hours. Now MTV was under fire. Fans demanded answers. Cast members wanted protection. And lawyers, they wanted silence. Back in Atlanta, the ripple effect spread fast. Rashida, who'd stayed neutral until now, was reportedly backing Yandy. A source close to her said Rashida's been through enough public mess to know when someone crosses a line. She believed Erica should have used words, not hands. Other cast members were split. Jessica White allegedly told producers in her confessional, "I get why Erica lost it. I'm not saying she was right, but I understand it." Even Bambi chimed in, though not involved. She reportedly texted in a cast group chat, "Ain't nobody slapping my man and walking away." Yandy had every right to flip. That message, of course, leaked and only fueled the fire, but Erica unbuttoned. The day after the footage went viral, she dropped a cryptic real slow-motion glam walk down a hallway, captioned, "When the world wants a villain, give them one. Give them one." That was Mena's closing line, and fans went wild. The comment section blew up with both cheers and backlash. Some called her iconic, others demanded she be fired immediately. But the biggest twist came days later when an internal MTV memo meant to stay private was leaked to the press. It confirmed what everyone was already whispering. While the incident was still under review, Erica had been pulled from the next 2 scheduled tapings. It wasn't a full suspension, but it wasn't business as usual either. Yandy Smith-Harris. She stayed dead silent. No tweets, no posts. Nothing until she popped up unexpectedly on Rashida's Instagram Live. It was a chill late-night hangout, wine in hand, music in the background. Then the comment section exploded. "Yandy, what happened? Did Erica really hit him? Are you quitting the show?" Rashida gave her a side-eye like, "Don't say too much," but Yandy just smiled and said, "You know what's wild? People think if you stay silent, you're guilty. Sometimes, silence means you've already said everything that matters." Fans took that as a mic drop. Blogs called it confirmation. And the storyline kept spiraling. Mendeecees Harris also broke his silence, but in his own way. A black and white post of his hand holding his daughters captioned, "Protect peace at all costs." Some called it touching. Others accused him of playing the victim. No one agreed, but everyone had an opinion. Meanwhile, MTV scrambled behind the scenes. Erica's name was missing from new call sheets. Rumors swirled that Yandy had threatened to walk, and that her contract gave her the power to shut it all down. Thanks to Mena's outburst. More shaky clips of the slap aftermath leaked to the blogs. Blurry, chaotic shots of Yandy Smith-Harris pacing, Mendeecees Harris clutching his jaw, and a producer screaming, "Cut the damn feed." But even as the internet exploded, one question hung in the air. Was Erica actually exposing Mendeecees? Were those alleged DMIs real? Would MTV dare air the slap, or were they just letting the chaos fester for views? And most of all, could Yandy and Mendeecees come out of this storm in one piece? As the season premiere crept closer, the energy shifted. This wasn't just hype, it was obsession. Viewers weren't casually waiting for drama. They were digging for it. Every promo clip, every teaser frame, every shadow and blurry background figure was being studied like forensic evidence. The slap, whether it aired or not, had already become legend. Fans wanted context. They wanted the whole thing, uncut and unedited. And MTV, they knew exactly what kind of bomb they were holding. Marketing teams moved quickly. New trailers began, spotlighting Yandy, slow zoom-ins